Check, check. Radio check. Hey, there we go. Welcome to Mission Prep Basketball on PSNtv in collaboration with the NFHS Network. We are live from the city of Reseda. I am Brian Stanley, and we are on the campus of Cleveland Charter High School in the neighborhood, shall we say, of Reseda in the city of Los Angeles. Reseda, first round, a quarterfinalist in the CIF LA Section Open Division, losing to Los Angeles SES 59-52 in the quarterfinals. And the Mission Prep Royals come in tonight to face the number 2 seed in Division 4. That is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers from Cleveland Charter High School in Reseda, California. The Cavaliers are 19-10, 8-2 in the West Valley League, finishing second. They have that 2-game winning streak here in the state playoffs, picking up wins over number 15, El Segundo, in the first round, and then in the second round, defeating the Palisade Dolphins 54-48 to get here. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are 10-1 at home on their home court, 4-3 on the road, 5-6 in neutral sites. And they have not played an overtime game. Actually, they have. They are 1-0 in overtime games. 4-1 in their last 5, 7-3 in their last 10. They had a 9-game winning streak through the midseason, a 4-game losing streak in the early season. And tonight they look to get to the quarterfinals, but they have to get to the regional finals, but they're going to have to get through the Mission Prep Royals, who have been red hot of late. The Mission Prep Royals come in at 14-18. They're 3-5 in the 14 seed here in the CIF State SoCal Regionals in Division 4, also riding a 2-game win streak. The Mission Prep Royals, a CIF Central Section Division 2 finalist, losing to Dinuba in a tight one, 46-43. And to get here tonight, the Mission Prep Royals defeated number 3 seed Diamond Ranch 75-72. And then the number 6 seed Grant Lancers 66-65 in overtime. The Mission Prep Royals 8-2 on their home, 8-2 in their last 10, 4-1 in their last 5, 10-8 on their home court at Coed's Court, 4-3 on the road, 0-7 in neutral sites, and they have 1 overtime win, 1-0 in overtime. So both teams now with overtime experience if this game goes there. But this is the CIF State Southern California regional semifinals. The winner moves 1 step closer to Golden 1, and the fallen foe will end their own season on the hardwood. The Mission Prep Royals are coached by head coach Terrence Harris. In his 18th season, he has 335 wins, 194 losses. In the playoffs, in his career as a head coach, 43-24. This is the second semifinal appearance for the Mission Prep Royals in 2 years, reaching the semifinals in Division 3 last season in the SoCal Regionals, falling to Culver City 52-50. Seventh appearance in the state playoffs for the Mission Prep Royals, and their second straight. They're looking to get to the regional finals. The site to be announced, meeting at center court. Our captains for each squad discussing events with the referees. You can see Luke Jacobson, tonight's hashtag one for LJ. And let's bring in my partner tonight after getting things organized in his notes. It's going to be Kevin Hitchen, athletic director at Mission College Prep and basketball aficionado, former head coach, former player. And he's been chatting it up with a parent, getting all the inside scoop here at Cleveland. And Kevin, welcome to the broadcast. You got any inside scoop after speaking to the parents for the last 5 minutes?
Yeah, you know, getting a lot of school and local history is always fun. It's what makes high school basketball and high school sports in general awesome. So yeah, I got some tidbits to be able to offer us as we watch here. Just found out that Cleveland High School totes two notable former athletes, Trevor Wilson and Nick Young. King of getting buckets, Nick Young. So awesome to see that. We had Gilbert Arenas jersey up in the last stadium. We got some notable alums here. It's big day for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
It feels weird to say that in the at the high school level.
But yes, they are the Cleveland Cavs, and this is their deepest state playoff run in school history. So props to them. It's not easy to get here. It's always a great thing to be playing basketball in March, Brian.
I know
you got to earn that.
I know you've been getting pronunciations. And how do we pronounce their head coach?
Asfa.
Asfa, which is Dagum Asfa.
Yep. Dagum Asfa.
He's in his second season, and we were talking about how young the coach looks. And earlier,
which one? They both look like they could be 24.
Well, the head coach of the Cavaliers, Asfa, is 33 years old. I had to go ask.
There we go. I love it.
I
am not one that's going to discriminate on age. No, on the young end for my career as well.
And I see this a matchup as we count down the final seconds of the pregame here, being a matchups of experience with head coach Terrence Harris in his 18th season, 7 appearances in the state playoffs, versus a young coach who's still getting his feet wet in the realm of head coach world.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's nothing against the coach.
Experience always helps, but there is a reason why you got to play the game.
Correct. So. It also comes down to the players on the court and how they react to the coach.
Yep.
And we'll be back in just a moment here courtside, Cleveland High School.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium Boar's Head meats and cheeses, handmade take-and-bake pizza, fresh salad and olive bar, gourmet cheese department perfect for any occasion, sushi rolled daily, organic and locally sourced produce, wild-caught seafood, choice Prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, and full-service health and California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring handmade take-and-bake pizza, fresh salad and olive bar, gourmet cheese department perfect for any occasion, sushi rolled daily, organic and locally sourced produce, wild-caught seafood, choice Prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, and full-service health and wellness. California Fresh Markets, the best on the Central Coast.
So we have starting lineups here coming up, Kevin, and we'll just knock out the starting lineups as they do the introductions real quick. For the Mission Prep Royals, we got the senior captain, Luke Jacobson, in the lineup, 13.1 points a game. Braden Mott, Jaden Noziel, Brody Miller, and rounding things out is going to be Roman Benedetti, who's been an impact player since returning from injury, leading the Royals with 14.5 points a game. And on the other side of the ball, for the Cavaliers, coached by Dagam Asfa, is going to be junior guard Kamari King, junior forward Caden Kelly, senior forward Jacob Mathis, junior guard Roman Finney, and freshman guard TJ Wansa. And those are our starting lineups. What do you think the key to victory for both these teams are going to be tonight?
Yeah, you know, Brian, going back to what you were saying about young head coach, I just wanted to throw in there, I think that one of the most important factors in coaching is that your players can hear you. And what I mean by that is you're able to speak their language. So sometimes a younger coach actually might be a superpower, or it might be a superpower for him. But you look at some of the greats in the college basketball coaching world, the Coach K's, the Jim Boeheims, the coaches that have been around for a long time, they consistently learn how to speak the new generation's language. But keys to tonight, I think, like I always say, are going to be which team can make the other team play their type of basketball. And so is that going to be a slow-down game? Obviously, we've seen pressure from the Mission Prep Royals the past couple games help them. We definitely expect to see some of that from these Cleveland Cavaliers. They've had a tough schedule all year long. Like you're here tonight, has not been easy, but they've battled through and they have absolutely earned their right to be here against the Royals on this Saturday.
On this Saturday matinee game, tipping off here at 5 p.m. on the NFHS Network. I'm Brian Stanley. Joining me is Athletic Director of the Mission Prep Royals, Kevin Hitchin, and we are bringing tonight's action to you live from the neighborhood of Reseda in the city of Los Angeles.
And Brian, just want to draw attention to how we were greeted today. We were greeted by an electric guitar in the parking lot, inviting us in, saying welcome, but go Cleveland. It was awesome. You gotta love all the local intricacies that surround high school sports.
And I'm loving the vibe from this school tonight. The fans here are already getting energetic, and we don't even have a tip-off yet. And the
State playoff basketball
in the favor of the Royals by Luke Jacobson to Jaden Noziel, moving it around from Benedetti to Miller. Miller in the left wing, passes to Mott. Mott drives in, hands it off to Noziel, almost loses the handle, and to the rim. No good, trying to get his own rebound, pulled in by Mathis. And the Cavaliers back on the run for the first time, shall I say, not back, but first time on the run. Three-pointer sent sailing, no good, rebounded by Noziel.
It was a great setup by point guard King there. That shake and bake, get in the paint, find the skip pass for the three.
And Mott missing, trying to push past Wansa, and another shot inside the arc, no good for the Cavaliers. Missed by King.
Yeah, we expect to see King pulling the trigger tonight. Leads the team in scoring right now and assists per game. It looks like this offense starts and sometimes ends with Kamari King.
And the ball on the hardwood, whistle called. Going to be inbounds on the baseline.
Out of bounds play of the game. This is something coaches often have a couple actions they want to go to, see if it'll work, see if the Royals have something drawn up they like.
Mission Prep with a fresh 35. And Benedetti with a hook shot, no good off the front of the rim. And Wansa with the rebound, being attacked by multiple Royals at 6:45. We have a first foul in the first quarter.
I think.
And Benedetti with the first foul of the contest.
That's just not where you want to commit fouls, is under your own hoop. It's kind of often a frustration after missing what Roman probably thought was a gimme for him. But like we talked about, that's good action. Got 11 in a scoring spot where he can definitely score from. See the Royals and the Cleveland Cavaliers here playing man-to-man on both sides of the ball. Braden Mott's first charge attempt of the game. We expect to see about 5 of those. He's averaging 2 a game.
Multiple offensive boards for Jacob Mathis. And Mathis collects the foul from the Royals. Royals' second foul.
That's Mathis' 4th rebound of the game, Brian. Expect to see him in the paint and active.
And that's Benedetti's second foul. As Mathis finally gets the goose eggs cracked open with the free throws. 1-0 is the score here in the first. And Mathis completes the trip.
And so we're seeing the Cavaliers run some pressure man-to-man. We've seen straight switching on and off the ball so far. It's pretty much the meta defensively these days in the game of basketball. Royals look for a backdoor cut from Mott to Miller. Got deflected out of bounds. That's something that has definitely worked for Brody Miller as teams have started to key in that he is shooting from the three-point line.
Jacobson
50.
and tight walking the center line and stepping over. And Coach Harris is saying he was pushed over, looking for leniency from the officials, and none granted. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2-0 our score. The Cavs over the Royals. And moving around King. Around
Smooth
the
take, Brian.
And King misses, rebounded by Orozco, who's checked into the game. For Benedetti with 2 fouls. And Ozil to the rim, high off the glass.
Yeah, 20 doing his thing. That meet me in the paint mentality.
And we're tied up 1-1. And bodies go sliding across the floor.
Yeah, that's Roman Finney attacking the paint hard there, drawing that foul.
And Orozco with the 3rd Royals foul. Royals in early foul trouble in this quarter. Only 2:29 gone. And the Royals with 3 fouls as a team. Inbound
Cleveland's
on the baseline.
first baseline out of bounds play here in a box set. Look for some screen-to-screener actions. Coach is adjusting it. Yeah, you often see with a stack look like this, multiple guys cutting at the same time and then trying to basically cut defenders out of a certain area on the court to then throw it in. Discrepancy over where the foul occurred here. That's what they're talking about is should this ball be on the sideline or the baseline.
The officials making sure they get the right call to make everybody happy.
It's a good
and the
contest
missed
from
shot
Jacobson.
from Kelly as Jacobson had his hand in the face, blocking that shot or attempting to. And we had a foul.
Yeah, Finney rebounding hard there, averages 4.5 rebounds for the Cavaliers. Expect to see him consistently crash tonight.
And the Cavs collecting a foul out of bounds off of.
Yeah, we're in
the
playoff
Cavaliers.
basketball where both these coaches have definitely spent some tireless nights, past couple nights, looking at film, seeing what sets teams like to run. And Coach Ansfaw doing a good job prepping his team to be in that passing lane.
And Ozil not getting the shot at the block. And the rebound by Finney. And Roman Finney right to the rim. And the battle underneath. Jump ball called between Ozil and Finney.
Thought that was a really good job by the ref crew and not calling over the back there. I didn't see contact, but that was a jump ball. Well officiated there. We got a flat look here. Look for him just lob it in the middle.
And the inbound, King into the corner to Finney.
Well, that's smooth, Brian.
And stepping inside the arc,
That's
missing
good
the
footwork.
shot. And rebounded by Orozco.
That's second rebound of the game here.
4:50 on the
crashes
clock.
tough.
2-2 our score. Mott at the free throw line to the elbow, to the wing, and Jacobson gives the Royals the lead for the first time. 5-2 our score, 4:36 on the clock.
Yeah, Mott, Mr. Intangible, records his first assist of the game. He's got a charge attempt so far. Expect to see more of both of those stats from him tonight as the Royals screw up a switch, give up a layup.
And TJ Wansa, with the layup. Royals still leading 5-4 is the score. 4:13 on the clock.
Good
Miller
defense.
shaking off the defender. Jacobson to Orozco to Noziel on the near side. Steps inside the arc, pulls up the mid-range jumper. Good for the junior Bugs. 7-4 score, 3-point lead for the Royals. And Noziel with the steal, one-on-one with Finney, and the Euro step to the hoop for the layup. And the Royals lead 9-4, 6 points for Noziel, 3:38.
Yeah, we saw a really timely steal from Noziel last game. Helped seal the overtime win for the Royals.
And the pass to Wansa, miss on the jumper. Finney trying to get the rebound. Noziel collects it. And Jacobson passing to the official on a mistaking the official for Mott, as Mott was right there with him, trying to go for the no-look pass with the anticipation.
Brian, I can't help but think every time point guard junior Kamari King has the ball that he is a threat to get in the paint. And the way he moves, quick twitch, or fast twitch muscles, this is a dynamic guard who's fun to watch. You're going to need team defense to corral a point guard like him. Looks like the Cavs are trying to isolate Brody Miller's offensive player.
And the pass off to the left to Kelly, back to King.
Yeah, it looks like they want to try to throw it in the middle.
15 on the
Miller
shot clock.
here. You see what's happening there. The Royals are having to switch two
And the
ball
miss,
screens in a row.
rebounded by Kelly.
Good footwork.
And the jump shot good for Mathis.
It's a good rhythm jumper off the kick out.
Royals
there.
lead 9-6, 2:43. Miller slowing the offense down. Passes off to Orozco, left wing. Into the corner, Miller drives the baseline, hits Mott open on the right side.
Oh, that was a good try from the Mott to Jacobson look there.
And off target, and back with the Cavs, and the layup good. And
good
for Mathis.
Attempt number 2 by Mott on the charge there. Who was that made that? Mathis, you said?
Mathis, yes.
Yeah, great job at recognizing that the charge attempt was in front of him, gathering himself off 2 feet and getting a nice little trickle in off the rim.
And we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the NFHS Network.
As the road you travel changes, so can your insurance needs. Talking with Farmers Insurance Agent Jennifer White can help you assess whether you're ready for the journey ahead. Call Farmers Agent Jennifer White today at 805-592-1272. That's Jennifer White at 805-592-1272.
Underwritten by Farmers, Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Okay, we'll turn the volume up.
All right, we see a little full court press here. Oh, a little show it, but then back off, just trying to kill shot clock from the Cavaliers here.
There we go. How about that for our viewers out there asking for more volume? And turn Kevin up a little bit. I think they're looking for a balance here, Kevin. And we'll get you balanced in. And the jump shot from Orozco. Good from the free throw line.
Good assist by Deuce there.
And Orozco with his first points tonight. Royals lead by 3, 11-8.
Little Iverson action. 22 coming over the hoop.
And the pass inside to Wansa. And Wansa with his second bucket of the night. The lead cut back to 1. 1:30 remaining here in the first quarter. And Deuce Kellogg checking in at the break. Kicks it to Boogs in the corner, three-pointer. Bouncing high, rebounded by Jacobson. Backs to Deuce. Deuce looking for a tree. No good. Rebounded by the Cavs, and we're going with 1:12 on the clock. Pass inside to Kelly off target and stolen by the Royals. Boogs spinning in, losing the possession to Kelly. Kelly to King. It's a 3-on-3. Now everybody catches up. Kelly with a three-pointer straight away. And we have a lead exchange yet again here in the first quarter on the three-pointer from Kelly.
Yeah, as we see this pressure defense from the Cavaliers, expect Mission Prep to counter it with more back cuts, trying to keep them honest. If they're going to overplay high on the floor, again, you got to meet pressure with aggression.
Also, folks, there's a blackboard fusion with the lights on. Again, folks, a blackboard.
And the foul against Kamari King, his first, second team foul. The inbounds to Noziel at the elbow, out to Jacobson. Deuce now with it.
Coach Harris wants the Royals to slow down here to get the last shot.
And Jacobson dropping a three-pointer, his second of the quarter, and the lead back to the Royals for the second time, 14-13.
Yeah, that's one of the recipes the Royals have had, leading them to victories, and when they can get Jacobson freed up for some catch-and-shoot threes. Good
And Finney
defense
looking
here.
something to do with the ball and throws up the shot, no good. And the Royals get in the first quarter with the lead, 14-13 over the Cavaliers. This is the SoCal Regional Semifinal, live from Cleveland High School. We'll be right back.
Meet the Hyundai Ioniq 6, 100% electric, with an incredible 360-mile range on a single charge. Right now, get up to $10,000 with no dealer markups at Hyundai San Luis Obispo. The Hyundai Ioniq 6, electrifying your journey exclusively at Hyundai San Luis Obispo.
California Fresh Market is more than just your local grocery store. A full-service deli featuring premium boar's head meats and cheeses, handmade take-and-bake pizza, fresh salad and olive bar, gourmet cheese department perfect for any occasion, sushi rolled daily, organic and locally sourced produce, wild-caught seafood, choice Prime and Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef, artisan sourdough bread, and full-service health and wellness. California Fresh Markets, the best on the Central Coast.
Welcome back courtside as we begin the second quarter, Kevin. And I'm Brian, Kevin and Brian here with you at the Kevin and Brian show tonight. Appreciate you being with me, Kevin.
Oh, it's always fun to talk basketball, one of my favorite things, that's
Well,
for sure.
I'll be honest, I'm getting a lesson as we do this. Because you know more about basketball than I can ever dream of.
Well, you know, I couldn't do any of these chords and doing all that good stuff. So we'll both star in our role here.
Yeah, we both have our role. We're
Give
both
the
playing
people
it.
what they want, huh? How about another good quarter of state playoff basketball for us?
The SoCal Regional Semifinal live from Cleveland High School. The Royals versus the Cavs. Noziel spinning around, trying to break the defense down.
There's plenty of time on the shot clock. No reason to be hurried up.
And Miller to Champ Morrissey, who's checked into the game. And the rebound by Miller. And Noziel to the rim. And Noziel will go to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, that's the thing I love about Champ Morrissey. He hasn't played in the last couple games, but Coach calls his number. He's in the right spot at the right time. Does a good job just doing something we don't see a lot of guys do, in pump faking at the block. That was a good shot attempt, and that was a good look for the Royals, and then great extra effort. Brody Miller grabbing that offensive rebound, creating an extra opportunity for the Royals here. And then the heavy dose of what we've seen all season long of Noziel drawing contact at the rim. Improved free throw shooter this year.
Noziel, 1 of 2. Lead grows to 2, 15-13.
Seeing the Royals throw out a 2-3 zone here. See if they can disrupt the Cavaliers' offensive flow. The Cavs did a good job in that first quarter painting with the bounce against the man-to-man.
Wansa.
Yeah, that
pass
steal
inside
goes to
Kelly.
Jaden, but it was created by Champ Morrissey there.
And knocked out of bounds by Kelly. The Cavaliers wearing their home white with red letters and numbers and black trim.
Brian, if we were calling a baseball game right now with their Cincinnati Red C and needing to call them the Cleveland Cavaliers, that would be quite a challenge.
That would
It's a
be.
good thing it's basketball, huh?
But the Cavaliers are the same as the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA as far as name and lettering across the chest.
Good movement from the Royals here. Well defended by the Cavs.
Deuce switching it up, back and forth, breaking ankles, trying to at least. Nozil, baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Finney. And we are leading 15-13, the Royals are, excuse me, not me. I'm not on the court. 6:33 here in the second quarter.
It looks like the Royals are back in man here. Looks like they're only in that zone for one possession.
King dribbling back and forth across the high court, pushing in at the elbow. Passes to Finney. And Parviz misses the shot. Rebounded by Nozil. Mott across the center line to Jacobson, guarded by Wansa. And the jump shot by Jacobson, bouncing around and bouncing in. 8 points for Jacobson.
And we don't always see that kind of attack from Jacobson, but I like that. That was a calm 2 dribbles, got to his spot, rose up, shot the jumper. The Royals are back in their 2-3 here, being directed by head coach, Coach Harris, in his 17th year.
Deuce almost knocks the ball away. Mott
Yeah,
does,
see what this
but
zone has
collected by
done, Brian,
Kelly.
is it's kept the ball on one side of the floor for almost that whole shot clock.
6 on the shot clock. The shot up, no good for King. Rebounded underneath by Parviz.
Wow.
And knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Cavs ball. Orozco checking in.
And that's what I'm talking about with point guard Kamari King. Didn't have much, but man, he got to that elbow, rose up, shot a good-looking jumper, hit the rim 3 times, almost went in. Good extra efforts by the Royals, taking away a layup there with Nozil and Jacobson's activeness, threatening the putback there. Jacobson ultimately blocking it out of bounds. Royals still in
And
their
they
zone
inbounds
here.
to King. 5:18 on the clock here in the second quarter. Royals lead 17-13.
Yeah, Coach Ansfa over there asking them to swing it.
Finney
Definitely
coming
agree
around
with
the
Coach
top.
here. You want to massage that zone. You want to get the defensive players shifting from one side to one side to open up gaps just like that one.
And Parviz missing.
And so what makes that shot tough is Paris has to turn around 180 degrees and then shoot that jump shot. Good effort by Orozco going for that rebound. I think that would have been his 3rd rebound of the game if it weren't for that foul here.
And Roman Finney collecting that foul.
He scored 13-14 at the quarter, Brian.
At the quarter, it was 14-13.
So we've
Royals leading by 1.
So we've only had 3 points here in 3 minutes of play. These teams' defense definitely playing hard.
So a 3-0 run with 3 minutes and 20 plus seconds gone in the quarter.
Yeah, Coach Ansfa over there celebrating with his assistants that they blew up the flare screen that the Royals were trying to accomplish there. And what I mean by blow up there is the defenders just getting in the passing lane and not allowing the ball to even go to the guy who the play's designed for.
Orozco to Mott. Back to Miller into the left
Good ball
side.
movement.
And Nozil takes it into the paint.
Yeah.
And charged for called for the charge.
So the irony there is that's the first time we've seen, or maybe the second time tonight, Nozil go off a strong 2 feet, and that's normally the remedy against the team that's going to take a lot of charge. But his momentum just carried him through and steamrolled him a little bit there.
A low-scoring quarter here. Only 3 points altogether, all for the Royals. As we approach the halfway point, the pass inside to Mathis, back out to Kelly. Kelly finds King. King shoots a 3, no good. Rebounded by Jacobson.
Good effort.
With
Good
contact
effort.
underneath the rim.
I like the patience and poise from the Cavaliers in their zone offense with Parviz and Mathis working in tandem and flashing that high post and then that high-low look. It's definitely a classic way to attack the 2-3 zone. Get it to the soft spot in the middle and then try to get it down low. Often because that middle defender, so Jacobson for the Royals here has to go respected at the free throw line, and then you can try to get a post up on a smaller forward. And the Royals definitely are not formidable in their size at their forward spots defensively right now, while they are savvy defenders.
And he loses the dribble. That's Mott. Collects it to Miller, to Noziel. And to Mott outside the arc again.
Yeah, back cuts are often the answer against that pressure like that.
And Noziel to the rim. It's a baseline inbounds on the foul.
Yeah, I think that gets called there because you're often allowed one touch on the hip with the hand, but once you see a hand staying on a hip or two hands on a driver, it's typically going to result in a whistle from the referees.
And Jacobson on the near side, passes to Mott on the far side, who brings it back to the center court.
Cavs in a zone of their own here. It's kind of well disguised, but this is a 2-3 zone. Royals are going to need to get some middle presence.
And the corner shot from Jacobson. He's been hot from the corner, gets his own rebound, finds Miller, who finds Noziel. Noziel resets the offense, back to Jacobson, deep three-pointer, college range, straight away three-pointer, his third of the half. Jacobson with 11, 5 more, and Jacobson reaches a milestone tonight of 800 career points.
Bang. But one of the other best offenses against the zone is shoot it and go get it, Brian. And we saw Luke Jacobson of the Royals do exactly that there. Shot it once, got his offensive rebound, and shot it again, made it.
And Noziel with the rebound, 5-point run for the Royals in this quarter with 3 minutes and 28 seconds gone.
Great hustle by both Noziel and Brian Anderson of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Excuse me, 5 minutes and 30 seconds gone.
Rebound by Mott there.
And a timeout by Harris.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
Slowing
Players
things
looked
down.
tired. The ball didn't look like it was doing good things. That's often a cue for a head coach to call a timeout.
So the Royals on a 5-0 run here through 5 minutes and 35 seconds, keeping the Cavaliers scoreless in this quarter.
Yeah, the 2-3 zone adjustment does seem to have stymied some of the ability for the Cavs to use that. The Cavs offense, when they were using those ball screens and handoffs on the top of the three-point line, was creating a bunch of indecision in the Royals switching, and that's what allowed them to slip players to the key for open layups and then for the skip passes to the open threes. So the zone kind of builds in your help, and so that seems to me the big shift
and I'm sure
so far in this game.
I'm sure people might be at home yelling at their screen, telling me I have my math wrong, because I do. 6-0 run.
Oh, 6-0.
That's
I was not going to audit you there.
I audited myself when I looked down.
You never know what's going to trigger an IRS audit or an audit from the fans back home.
So
and those fans back home can be ruthless sometimes.
So the fans watching around the world.
Yeah, we got word that we got a graduate of the Cleveland High School here watching from Syracuse, an older brother of a player for the Cavs.
Yeah, the older brother
and
of
he is
Brandon
studying
Nairn.
Sports broadcasting, I believe. So
he is.
But I'm most interested to get his critique tonight and how I can improve.
So shout out to Nairn. Into the corner, Jacobson. The hot pass inside to Orozco, no good. Collected by Wansa. And Wansa slows things down, kicks it to Anderson.
Bang!
And Brian Anderson with the three-pointer, getting that goose egg away of the quarter for the Cavs.
Yeah, Anderson was not a guy we saw plugged into the game in the first quarter here, but he makes his mark felt. I like the idea by Deuce Kellogg there with that quick extra pass back to the corner. But what we've seen in back-to-back plays here is Mission Prep Royal cutting to the hoop against the zone and it creating an opportunity for them. Look to continue to see that if we're consistent to see this zone.
And Mott with the inbounds to Orozco and a foul called. And that's the 5th foul against the Cavaliers in this quarter.
Yeah, as a former coach, one thing I always love in my baseline out of bounds plays is some sort of action that you're having a screener be screened by another screener. And the reason why there is teams, like most teams in the country these days, when they play man, they're going to switch screens. It just requires a high level of communication and precision in where your body positioning is. And that time it allowed Orozco to slip into the paint, draw that foul, getting rewarded because we're already in the bonus here with those 2 free throws, made one of them.
5-point lead for the Royals, 21-16 over the Cavaliers. Wansa trapped in the corner, and the pass intercepted by Nozil.
That's his 4th steal of the game, Brian.
And Mott chased down by Wansa, but Orozco bails him out, and a 3-pointer from Orozco, no good. And a rebounded tip between Mott and Anderson results in a foul. And
Coach Anspaugh demanding rebounding intensity from his team. That is something I'm on board with right there, Brian.
And Braden Mott called for his first foul, Royals' second foul, 1:14
And
until halftime.
if I'm Braden's coach there, I'm saying, that's fine, young man. You are going after the ball. You're bringing the physicality. I'll accept that foul. Look at the ball screen the outside of the zone here. Definitely an effective idea.
Kelly to King on the near side now, guarded by Miller. King gets a screen.
It's great ball movement against
and
the zone.
Wansa, three-pointer.
Basketball is a game that rewards smart play, and we saw that from the Cavaliers there. They had 2 paint touches, 3 ball reversals. The ball goes in when you have good offensive action. We've talked about it before. Your shooting percentage goes up on each reversal and paint touch about 10%. So I'm just not surprised that shot went in there. As we see the Royals try to dial in a play here against the man-to-man pressure from the Cavs.
And Mott back to Miller. Miller shakes the defender, Mathis. A jumper inside the arc, no good, but there for the putback is Ethan Orozco with 5 in this contest. The lead grows to 4, as much as 7 in the quarter.
It's a big play, Brian. It was a good offensive look from Miller, but then a great look from Orozco. And these games often are decided by hustle plays and those extra opportunities that a team can create. We've seen it from both teams so far. But Orozco making his impact felt as the 6th man from the Royals, this 3rd rebound here. Orozco, somebody who started most games this season for the Royals as the Royals struggled with injuries to multiple guys. And you're like, why are the Royals fouling here? But again, with the new high school rules, it takes 5 to shoot free throws. So Coach Harris has run off a good 5-6 seconds off this clock since that first Ethan Orozco foul. Now he's ordering his guys, let's not foul here. Let's just wall off. Good job by King.
And a long shot,
great setup
no good
by
for
Kamari
Anderson.
King. I thought he was going to shoot it twice there, and he still got in the paint with time on pass to his teammate there for the 3 at the end of the quarter.
And our score, 23-19. The Royals outscoring the Cavaliers 9-6 in the quarter. And we're at the break here on the NFHS Network. I'm Brian Stanley. Joining me is Kevin Hitchen, former head coach, athletic director at Mission College Prep.
And big Seth. How about Seth? It's shout Seth.
Hold on,
the camera
I'm not
here.
done with
Sorry.
your accolades.
I don't like talking about me.
And a basketball aficionado. Now we go back to Seth.
There we go.
I just had to finish that thought. You know, you're a former head coach, athletic director, and a basketball aficionado.
Yep.
That's your accolades.
Yeah, what else could you want other than it to be the month of March? We got high school state
March
playoffs
Madness
happening all over the country. We got college basketball coming down to a wire. If you're a basketball junkie, now's the time to be figuring it. Well, you should have already figured out where your favorite conference is playing and get into those tournaments, because there's no better environment than conference tournament time in college basketball. I've gone to, with some of my high school teammates and college friends, the Pac-12 tournament in Las Vegas a good 5-6 times. It's awesome. It's awesome. You can watch basketball all day long. It's super important to the teams because most conferences, I think it's all actually, if you win that tournament, you are in the tournament.
Yeah,
I'm saying the tournament, I mean the bracket of 64.
Yeah, if you're winning your conference tournament, it's an automatic bid.
Yeah, so I'm an alumni from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, right? And how we earned our bid while I was a student there is we got hot and went on a run at our conference tournament, and freshman at the time, Rich Shipley, hit a big 3 from a kick-out pass from Chris Eversley, who was a senior at the time. And what you love there is that was the right basketball play to be made in that moment. And you don't always see a senior trust a freshman. But I'll still never forget driving back with a coaching friend of mine. The Rainiers had definitely been or Rainier Beach has been to the Mission Prep Classic a couple times. We had a notable alum, Nate Robinson, help us with our dunk contest one year. It was super awesome to have Nate involved with us.
And Kevin, there's a few things that I want to kind of put you on the spot, if I may, for a second here.
Sure.
As you brought up Cal Poly basketball. The Cal Poly Mustangs have chosen to part ways with head coach.
Oh.
I don't know if you've heard that.
When did that come out? No, this
yesterday.
is news to me. Oh, wow.
With a couple
I have been solely locked into Mission Prep Sports for about the past month here as the playoffs and then state playoffs have happened there. So
that news came out yesterday that they parted ways they're going to part ways at the end of the season with their head coach.
Gotcha.
I wonder what your thoughts are on that decision.
It's always tough. Cal Poly's never been an easy place to get a basketball program rolling with the academic requirements of the school. It's almost like an Ivy League to recruit to. You got to have kids that kind of want to go be engineers. And so much of college basketball these days is you need to get dudes in there who want to go pro.
Yeah.
And with the NIL now, it's changed the college landscape and recruiting massively. It's not something I think Cal Poly has a big access to, is a huge donor base, where contrast it with Santa Barbara. I think they have about 200 to 250,000 that players are getting at any given time right now. So that'll be an obstacle that their next head coach will have to be able to navigate. But always hurts me to see coaches have to be removed, but the reality in the collegiate coaching world is win or they're looking for your replacement. And that's just the way collegiate sports is in America these days.
And
but John Smith was always good to the Mission Prep Royals, would attend our games, our tournament. Definitely have partnered with them in the past. They've had some things go on in their gym, and they practice at our place. They were a big help during the Mission Prep Christmas Classic when we had some water issues in the gym. Didn't have to delay the game at games more than 90 minutes, and we kept playing. It's Coach John Smith and the rest of Cal Poly staff so graciously helped us.
And as my other subject matter I wanted to touch note on, there seems to be a trend here in the Royals' road to the championship once we got past Diamond Ranch.
Okay.
And it's a presidential trend.
Oh.
Grant, Ulysses S. Grant High School.
Yep.
This is a Grover Cleveland High School.
Yep.
And the winner of this game has the potential of facing George Washington Prep.
Whoa.
In the regional finals, as George Washington Prep tips off at 7 o'clock at Chatsworth for the other semifinal tonight in Division 4.
Well, the Royals want to earn it themselves, but I imagine they wouldn't mind a presidential order saying they're playing in the regional finals on Tuesday either. But when I was looking at the stats from that first half, something jumps out to me. I'm pretty sure you said Noziel's over 10.
He has 7.
7? Okay, well, his impact's being felt in many ways. 4 steals and 5 rebounds. Man, he keeps that up. This could be a triple-double with the rebounds and steals. Holy smokes. Love to see it.
So as we break down the scoring here in the first half, let's go through the lineup here for you. For the Cavaliers, 19 points altogether in the first half, 13 in the first. 6 in the second to get to 19. They are led in scoring by freshman TJ Wansa with 7. Jacob Mathis, the senior forward, with 6. The guard, Caden Kelly, with 3. Brian Anderson off the bench with 3. And that rounds out the scoring for the Cavaliers at 19. On the other side of the ball, the Mission Prep Royals had 23 in the half, 14 in the first, 9 in the second to get to 23. They're led in scoring by the lone senior, Luke Jacobson, with 13, 3 trays in the first half. Jaden Noziel with 7, making a free throw. Ethan Orozco with 5, making a free throw. A total of 23. The Royals 2 for 4 at the free throw line. The Cavaliers 2 for 2.
Yeah, if you're Coach Harris and the Royals here, you can't be too upset with where you are in this game. If you remember, Brian, they had 2 quick fouls on definitely an impactful player, Roman Benedetti. I don't think he played at all in the second quarter.
No, he did not,
Royals,
and he is warming up.
And we saw Coach Harris go a little bit deeper in the bench than he has with Deuce Kellogg getting a bunch of minutes there. Ethan Roscoe, obviously the typical 6-man for the Royals, but then a trusted minute or 2 from Champ Morrissey when he came in the game. And I think Champ came in and did a great job. He caused the steal that ended up in Noziel's hands. And then he had a good look on the offensive end that ended up being offensive rebound. And Orozco got to the line of that.
And here comes our producer and camera operator.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Right there he is on camera, even for a glimpse of a second. Ethan Orozco's younger brother, cameraman extraordinaire, Seth Orozco. And you can see, you're going to get to see Seth next season in a Mission Prep Royals uniform, as he will go for a spot on the freshman roster. And I'm pretty sure.
I hope he's playing more than just basketball. So we need our young athletes to play a bunch of sports.
But for sure. But we're talking basketball. And I've seen him hoop it up, and I think he has the skills to pay the bills. At least to get on the court, that is.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's not just let's go for that. We got 16 more minutes of semifinal state basketball here, Brian.
And the hashtag for tonight is going to be 1-for-LJ. Personal hashtag for me, I'd like to see the senior move on one more game.
So one thing I always look at as an assistant or a head coach is, okay, who's getting the ball out of the half, and can we get directly into the shot we want to see here? So sometimes you run an action to see how the defense is going to defend it. We saw the Royals run a bunch of 2-3 zone there. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Royals back in their 2-3 here as well. And that does look like what we're seeing.
And the Royals counterpart in the Mountain League tips off in the Open Division tonight at 7 p.m.
Yeah, big win over Sierra Canyon at the buzzer.
With a shot from Tunde Yesufu.
Yeah. A lot of guys for the Knights played great in that basketball game.
Wansa on the far side, bringing her back cross court to King, drives in at the elbow, shot up, bouncing around, no good. And the rebound attempt by Mathis. Shot no good, but Mathis is fouled inside the paint.
So one of the most important spots positionally in a 2-3 zone are the forward spots. And why they're important are you're often left alone to cover a lot of rebounding ground there. And that's what we saw. We saw the defenders kind of get pulled to this side of the basketball. And then it was just Braden Mott versus a couple Cavaliers for that ball. He was out of position. And like we've talked about before, offensive rebounds often lead to defensive fouls.
And Mathis 4 for 4 at the free throw line tonight, racking up those free points.
We're seeing some great defensive energy by Finney denying Benedetti the ball there.
And Benedetti to Mott to Noziel to Benedetti, and the three-pointer no good. And the rebound to the Cavaliers, pulled in by Finney. Multiple rebounds for him tonight. And King's three-pointer no good. and Mathis with the putback. And Mathis, the first to double digits for the Cavaliers, sitting at 10 points. The lead is tied the game is tied 23-23.
Yeah, I got 5 rebounds for Mathis, but I wouldn't doubt if it's actually 7 to 9. He's making his impact felt all over this game.
And the pass through the lane, no good from Finney, collected by Brody Miller. 6:40 on the clock. Benedetti looking to do something with it. Back to Mott. And Mott to Jacobson. Jacobson shakes off Mathis. And back to Mott, who drives to the paint. And Mott can't get that one to sink. Too much English on the roll. 23-23 is our score. And Kelly with a jump shot.
Cavs getting rolling here.
Inside the arc.
Happens so much in high school basketball. You miss a layup, the other team often scores. Something about it.
And Benedetti with a jumper at the baseline, no good from the left side. And the Cavs with the lead here. And the block by Noziel out of bounds off of King.
Heck of a play by Noziel there. Actually surprised it wasn't a jump ball. For a Royals fan, you're definitely happy with that. See the Cavs look like they're coming out in their pressure man-to-man again.
Noziel utilizing the 10-second count to get across the center logo. Miller to Noziel. To Mott, who sets the screen on the handoff to Noziel. And the foul called.
Yeah, that handoff from Mott to Noziel, we've seen that the past couple games. It looks like it's an action that the Royals like. Doesn't get Noziel wide open, but it gives him a little bit of an advantage that he can go do his thing with, get open.
The shot was waved off. The spinning jumper by Benedetti, no good. Finney with that rebound, working his way to double-digit rebounds tonight. And to the rim he goes, collecting the bucket. The lead grows to 4 for the Cavaliers, and the home crowd on their feet in energy for the Cavs.
Yeah, if you're Coach Ansfar right now, you got to be very happy. You talked about at halftime, let's claw back, let's tie this thing up, and they've done more than that. They've come out here on an 8-0 run. Their team's played with great energy on the offensive side and the defensive side. Roman Finney, number 22, has been a rebounding maniac this quarter. I think he's got 4. And then it's often led to the transition offense for the Cavaliers from his strong rebounding.
Good selfie while they're over there.
Coming out of the timeout.
We do want to thank all our staff members that made it out.
The ball is going to be inbounded at the baseline. The Royals have to go full court with the possession. The inbounds to Noziel. Winner moves on to the regional finals. Jacobson to Miller, to Mott, who drives the baseline. And the pass broken up by Kelly with the steal. Passes forward to Finney. And Wansa inside the paint now. Kicks it out to King up top. The offense resets for the Cavaliers, 27-23.
Yeah, Coach Ansfar telling 33 there, screen the outside of the zone. And he did a great job doing just that.
And the offensive rebound to the Cavaliers.
Yeah, so why you screen that top guard there is then you take him out of the play and you make the forward have to step up. And that time, Noziel doesn't step up enough, and it allows King to get in the paint, make a great skip pass for a 3 there.
It is a 11-0 run for the Cavaliers. 4:10 on the clock here in the third quarter.
Crowd's getting into it, love it.
The home crowd chanting in unison defense. And Noziel missing, coming up short on that shot. Kelly to King. King into the corner to Finney. And Finney pulls the three-pointer trigger and no good. And Benedetti flies in for that rebound.
That's a good job using his body, sealing him off. Zio saying, meet me at the rim.
And Noziel is going to inbound it on the baseline. The foul on Mathis.
See, the Royals have been able to get the ball entered into the block the past couple baseline out of bounds play. Let's see if they can do that again here as Riley Munn checks into the game here.
And Mott looking to inbound.
Yeah, they wanted it. They wanted it back in there to Benedetti.
And Benedetti gets the handoff from Jacobson to Noziel, who takes it to the rim.
Uh-oh.
And Benedetti, or Noziel
one
pulls
that looks
up.
like a sprained ankle. Hopefully that's not too bad for the Royals.
And a mismatch down the other end. And Caden Kelly with the shot.
Yeah, Kelly does a good job with the meet me at the rim mentality himself, getting in there on that transition.
And Noziel favoring the right leg. And Orozco checks in for him. The lead grows 32-23. And the Royals have yet to score any points.
Yeah, we need somebody to take that lid off this side of the court.
Orozco up top with it.
The Cavaliers are doing a great job stymieing
pass.
passing lanes with their energy and effort defensively.
And the off-target pass from Benedetti results in a turnover to the Cavs.
Coach Harris of the Royals pleading with his guys to stay the course, play with energy.
Riley Munn checks out. And Roman Finney checks back in after a breather.
Oh, I love that Iverson cut. Trying to get Wansa room to score.
And the rebound offensively stays with the Cavs.
Now, Brian, if you're watching and you're like, what the heck do you mean Iverson cut? What I'm talking about is when you see the two high forwards, so there's a forward on the elbow, and then two wings. And one wing cuts through and the other wing cuts right across the top to force that defender into a trailing situation. And then he can oftentimes turn the corner and head downhill unchecked. But that time, Finney just says, oh, you're going to give me a lefty lane? Well, I'll go give you a lefty layup.
And the ball knocked loose by Mathis. Jacobson recovers to Orozco, now to Miller. And the defensive chants continue here on the home court for the Cavaliers. And Mott
Great
finds the
patience and
bucket.
poise from Mott there as he rips that lid off the hoop. Royals need to look for a couple stops and buckets here.
And it's a 15-2 run here in the third quarter.
Good news, we see Noziel up and moving on the sideline. Looks like he's going to check back into the game. It's not the spot to go commit a foul there. They're no threat to score.
And Jacobson committing the foul. Second foul for the Royals in the quarter. Each team with 2 fouls. And Deuce Kellogg checking in.
Kamari King, point guard for the Cavs here, looking at a double on-ball screen action.
Finney pulls into the arc. Deuce trying to knock it away. And bodies hit the floor.
You know, King reminds me a little bit of Mike Conley in his mannerisms and build on the court there when he was attacking there. That had vivid images of Mike Conley. I don't believe King's a lefty.
And Finney takes the inbound back to King. Into the corner, 3-pointer sent selling for Wansa, rebounded by Deuce. And Deuce with a 1-on-2 slows things down as the Royals catch up with him. Deuce to the rim, off the glass, the foul committed, and Deuce will go to the line to shoot a pair.
It's a good drive by Kellogg there, but going back to that last Cleveland offensive possession, that's Kamari King just doing a great job reading what the defense is giving him. That double ball screen is happening, so 2 guys are coming up to set the ball screen, and then the first guy is sprint slipping it, so he's not even screening him. He's just sprinting, and instead of slipping towards the hoop, he's sprinting towards the corner. And why that works is the defender that's guarding him thinks he's going to help on the point guard, and then the point guard's man actually needs to get all the way to the corner, and it just creates a good amount of indecision in the defense. The ball lands in Deuce's lap here, giving him his second rebound.
After it slips through the fingertips of Benedetti, Royals with the offensive board on the miss, 1 for 2 for Deuce Kellogg. And the pass intercepted by Mathis, chased down by Jacobson. And Jacobson lets him go to the rim, not to commit the foul. And the lead is 10, 36-26. We have a timeout on the court, and we're gonna go ahead and take the timeout with them. Mission Prep Royals basketball continues on the NFHS Network.
Hyundai San Luis Obispo is proud to be a sponsor of Mission College Prep. For all first-time drivers, get $500 off your first purchase. Our team is here to make your car buying experience memorable and hassle-free. Drive away in this Kona today with 3.99 APR for 60 months. Because at Hyundai San Luis Obispo, we're not just selling cars, we're shaping unforgettable journeys.
So if I'm in one of these timeouts, Brian, if I'm in the Royals timeout, what I'm talking about is we've been here before, guys. We were in a down 10 scenario at the end of the third quarter last game. So we just need to keep chipping away. The Royals look to try to cut this thing to 8, 7, 6 points, see if they can go score, stop, score to finish this quarter as we see a little 1-2-2 pressure from the Cavaliers. Looks probably just to try to slow down the flow of the offense.
And Jacobson, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Finney. And out of bounds off of Roscoe.
Oh man, that almost ended up Royal basketball there.
By the hair of his chinny chin chin, it was out of bounds off of Orozco.
See a little pressure man from the Royals here. Slight different look than we've seen.
45 seconds remain, 36-26 Cavaliers
I would
leading
go
the
straight.
Royals.
I'd give it back to, oh, King's not in. I was gonna say, I'd give it back to King with that double ball screen. It's been an issue for the Royals.
And the pass
Good
into the
kick
high
out.
court, Finney. To Barvis, to Mathis, back to Finney at the high court. 9 on the shot clock for the Cavs. Finney trying to get past Jacobson. Royals trying to shut this one down. Jumper no good for Anderson.
Great hustle by Finney.
And an offensive rebound.
Finney's the player of the quarter for sure.
And
Young man's been all over the place.
Guarded by Deuce. And 1 on the shot, game clock and shot clock. Shot no good for Wansa, helped
Great
up by
quarter
Jacobson
for the
and
Cavaliers.
Mathis.
Wow.
And the Cavaliers
Go plus.
outscore the Royals
By 4.
17-3.
Woo. Hey, we've talked about it last game. This is a game of runs. Royals kind of went on theirs in the second, and they held the Cavs to 5 points, and then the Cavs gave the Royals a taste of their own medicine, holding them to 3 that quarter. I mean, if you have a plus 14 quarter, you're happy as a head coach. You're certainly happy as a player. You definitely got to be happy as a fan. Like we talked about, the Royals ended up here at the end of that quarterfinal game against Grant. They were down 11 at the end of the third and kept chipping away, ultimately sending it to overtime. So you're looking for a little bit of that same recipe. What was the recipe that got us there last game, Brian? A couple timely threes from Benedetti, Miller, Orozco.
Noziel getting hot.
Yeah,
He finished it
Noziel,
with-
he got in the paint, got free throws. Jacobson had a good drive. So team effort is what we need to see here then. The Royals need to do this by committee, have everybody chip in, give a little. And then if I'm the Cavs here, I want a steady diet of Finney defensive rebounding it and pushing. I want the ball in my point guard, my junior point guard, Kamari King's hands. He's made excellent decisions out of the ball screen actions. I'm interested to see what defense the Royals are going to go to. Maybe they'll go back to a press here. The zone got carved up, and then the man-to-man with the ball screens also wasn't a great opportunity for him. Wow, Kellogg in the paint.
And Kellogg to the rim. Kellogg with his first
An explosive
field goal of the
take.
night.
As we see Noziel back in the game here.
The lead cut to 8.
So I think this is going to be a foul away from the ball. So what they called there is Kellogg's got 2 hands on the offensive player as he's cutting through. The refs deemed that impeded his ability to move.
And Miller onto the court for Orozco.
So see if we see that ball screen again here. Yep. Too high, and then they vacate the side. Yeah, and they're trying to get that switch, which ultimately switched Miller onto Mathis. But that's what I like if I'm the Cavs. I want the floor spaced, and I want my point guard being able to shake and bake with that meet me at the rim mentality.
And on the baseline, drying the
King
court.
a good free throw shooter on the season, Brian, shooting 86%, leading his team from the free throw line. That's a high percentage. You're often looking at 90 is an elite free throw shooter. So 86, pretty dang close to that. You can't miss a whole lot of free throws in the season if you want to be shooting 86%.
And Kamar King with his first points. And making the second one. And the Cavs have been perfect at the free throw line tonight. 6 for 6. The lead back to 10, 38-28. And the spinning jumper good for Benedetti.
That's a good bucket. It's a tough shot. Benedetti capable of making it. You're going to take that if you're the Royals, but you don't want to live with those shots. You want to try to get something a little easier. But occasionally, you're going to need your guys to go do their thing, shoot their shots. Benedetti ultimately does.
Hands off to King. King at the top court.
Yeah, coach
Guarded
is trying
by
to
Miller.
vacate this and let King go.
And the jumper at the
That's
elbow,
smooth.
good for King.
I mean, if you're Miller and the Royals there, that's kind of a best-case scenario.
40-30, 6:33 on the clock.
Good cut from Benedetti.
And the Benedetti with another spinning jumper. And that's where we need to get him hot is Benedetti, who's been silent all game with no points, missing the entire second quarter in foul trouble. Now with 4 in this quarter, the lead is 8 for Mission Prep, or for the Cavaliers over Mission Prep.
Yeah, Coach Harris calling that timeout. Noticing Noziel's ankle was bothering him. But he did a good job fighting through the pain there, getting it to Miller, and then ultimately that strong cut from Benedetti getting into a scoring spot for him. Look for the Royals to continue to try to cut Benedetti into that area. He can be a very diverse scorer once he has the ball in that location. Cavs are prepped for a press break there, but the Royals look like they're going to go into something they've run a little bit this season of a 1-3-1. Coach Anspaugh immediately gets his team into an action that he likes. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was calling a baseline runner there with the hand signal, but he calls a timeout to talk about the 1-3-1. And now look for Coach Harris to switch his defense again after Coach Anspaugh spends the timeout talking about how they're going to attack this 1-3-1. A lot of time left in the game, 6:20, but if you're the Royals, you need to have a sense of urgency. Every possession is going to count. If you're the Cavs, you got to keep scoring. You can't be content with an 8-point lead. It can go away quickly. Now we got our PA announcers shouting out the students for coming on a Saturday. Couldn't agree more.
How about the Royals traveling strong with a nice crowd tonight?
Yeah, Royals did a good job. We've got a good 50 or so people over there. 8 players of those freshman baseball team coming to support their buddies. Love to see it.
And I have a request shout out. I want to give a shout out to John and Karen Jacobson watching, supporting Luke tonight.
Those are good names right there, Brian. Those happen to be the names of my parents as well.
But your last name's not Jacobson.
Nope.
Just clarifying that.
There, it's definitely Hitchin. And yeah, give it up for the John and Karens of the world.
John Hitchin coaching at Mission Prep in various roles.
Yeah, he was with our track team today. We're out at Tascadero at a track meet. And track is one of those sports, rain or shine, it's happening. I think they postponed the pole vault, but everything else was happening at Tascadero.
And the corner shot from Kelly.
Bang. Yep.
Kelly with the three-pointer.
That's what you need if you're the Cavaliers. You got to keep scoring. If I'm Coach Ansval, I want like 50. I want to see 52 points on that scoreboard here.
43-32, and Deuce to the rim, no good.
Yeah, and if you're the Royals, you don't mind that at all, right? You get 2 opportunities to score a free throw here, one of the highest percentage possessions you can have, shooting free throws, and the clock stops, right? It's majorly important to the Royals here. Look for the Cavaliers to try to run shot clock off in each of their upcoming possessions here, meaning not shoot it too quickly. Trying to end this game in the next 15, 16 possessions if they could time it wise. While conversely, the Royals want to speed this game up here.
And Deuce is 2 for 4.
See the 2-2-1 press from the Royals, trying to speed it up. The Cavs breaking the press with Finney and King. Oh, but Roman gets the steal.
To Deuce. And
yeah,
Deuce
that's
lays
what you
it
need
in.
If you're the Royals here. Now you got to do it again. Now you can't stop. You got to do it again.
Deuce with 6, the lead cut to 8.
Now you need a trap here without fouling. Ooh, they got the trap. They almost got the ball.
And Deuce almost gets his hands on it. Deuce
This still isn't a terrible possession for the Cavs here. They just run 10 seconds off the shot clock.
Deuce has been a spark to this offense in the postseason. And once drives to the baseline, throws it across. Finney collects it through the hands of Miller.
I like a lot of Coach Ansval's actions. He's getting dynamic drivers the opportunity to attack into space.
And the shot no good.
Yeah,
and that's a shot clock violation.
Yep. Good heads-up defense by the Royals. Jacobson getting a block there. And Benedetti and Mott contributing to a difficult second shot.
43-35, an 8-point lead for the Cavaliers of Cleveland Charter High School. And Luke had to throw that one away or he was going to go out of bounds. And the contested by Benedetti. Good for Caden Kelly, 12 points. The lead back to 10.
Young hoopers, that's why you go strong off of 2 feet. Use your body, use your balance, get your shot off.
And Benedetti misses, rebounded by Finney. Finney has to be in double-digit rebounds by now.
Yeah, he's got so many. I can't keep up with stat in that. Look for they could run their 1-4 high set again.
Finney guarded by Miller.
Screen.
To Mathis.
It's a good patience and poise by the Cavaliers.
King on the far side.
Yep, Coach Ansval just running all that to run off shot clock. Always a good decision. Now he's keeping the floor space for his dynamic point guard
4 minutes
to create.
to go.
And
Corner
King does it
shot.
again. Finding Kelly for the corner 3.
And King with matching his career high, 15.
Well, Kelly shot that. King was on the assist, so I think you mean Kelly on the career high.
Kelly, yes, Kelly on the.
Good for him.
I marked it correct.
Timely.
15 matching his. And just the other side, we have a match on the career high. Deuce Kellogg making that bucket, cutting the lead to 9, 48-37. Excuse me, 11.
What I love to see by the Cavs there is they did a good job of using the shot clock there, Brian, without just holding the ball, right? They came into their 1-4 high set. They hit the wing. King cut through. Then they ran a ball screen. That's all old school UCLA offense there. Ultimately, he gets it reversed back to the point guard. And good disciplined teams in the playoffs have an action like that where the guy they want to have the ball ends up back with the ball. And they're just using that to run 15 seconds off the shot clock, make the defense have to guard a little bit. And then Coach Ansval, once he has his players spaced in the positions he wants with dynamic shooters in the corner, he says, King, go be our king of the Cavs. Not quite LeBron James, but that was a pretty good dribble drive and kick out by Kamari King. The Cavs ready to break a full court press here by the Royals.
The Cavaliers with the inbounds. Kelly and Wansa exchanging the passes to Finney in the front court. Finney guarded by Mott and Jacobson. And Benedetti almost gets the steal as King goes to the rim with a crossover. And Kamari King with 6 points. 50-37, 13-point lead. Royals running out of time here in this final frame.
Yeah, the Royals needed that steal. That was a good job by the Cavs being disciplined in the pressure. Oh, bomb.
And nobody there to collect that pass. And the ball back to the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Royals running out of time here. They don't have much wiggle room.
3:08 on the clock. Wansa and Kelly playing pass.
Ooh, that was almost the 20. That was almost the 10-second count.
And
Harris
King
unhappy, but that was right about the time.
Mathis to King, guarded by Jacobson. 6 on the shot clock. 4 now. And Kelly tied up on the hardwood, and that's a shot clock violation.
It's good defense by the Royals there, but if you're Coach Ansfa and the Cavs, you're still happy with that possession. You ran 35 seconds off the clock, and you didn't commit a live ball turnover, meaning that the Royals end up with the ball and are going down to shoot a layup. So shoot, that's almost a win of a possession, given the circumstances they're in right now. Up 13 with 2:35 to go.
Moving
Royals
the ball
looking
around.
to run their hammer action, hoping to free up a Jacobson 3. You got to give it to this Cavaliers team. They're playing an
Roscoe from
excellent
the corner,
defense.
rebounded by Jacobson.
It's a great
and the
rebound.
second chance points for Jacobson. Jacobson with 13. 3 more gets Jacobson to 800 in his career. And the foul on the Royals.
Number 5,
Ethan Orozco, his third. Catching up on fouls. Each team with 2 fouls in the quarter.
Yeah, see, here we go. They're gonna run their set. Gonna get the reversal here. Get into Mansa's hands. Yep, now they're gonna say, King, do it for us. Coach is saying space out, let the young man attack. Does his thing. Yeah, good job by Orozco drawing the charge there.
He's been taking some lessons from Mott.
Love it, love it. I could coach for Coach Ansfa. Screaming, just 2 feet. I agree, it was a good drive there. Sometimes you almost see the top-level point guards make that drive and then dribble right back out once they realize they're not gonna have a good option.
50-39, 11-point lead. Royals trying to get something to work with here. And Miller takes the pass from Jacobson. And the pass intended for Orozco, collected by Kelly. And the immediate foul by Miller.
That's the right decision here. The Royals need to foul. They're gonna have to foul twice more to get this into bonus. But then the Royals are looking at an uphill battle here, down 11. It can be done. The Cavs can. Now it's not as easy to do it as it was a year ago with the foul scenario, because you used to be able to get 1 and 1 at 7 fouls, but now it's 2 fouls or 2. Well, I don't think they turned the clock on for that last. I think the clock might have started about 10 seconds late there. But I could also be way wrong.
50-39, 104 remaining in this contest.
Coach Harris saying Roscoe and Brody switch. Yep, they do a good job denying.
And the inbounds and the foul, pushing Wansa out of bounds, is Orozco.
Number 5, Ethan Orozco with the foul, his 4th foul, team 5th.
And that's 5, so going to the line to shoot a pair is Wansa. And the Cavaliers have been perfect from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And they're talking, the officials are talking it over. What do you think the officials are talking about? The clock? A foul count?
My coach sense has me saying that they're disputing the number of fouls on a given player right now. That one book has 4 fouls on a guy and one has 5. But I'm not sure as we're up here and not on the table. Looks like they have it sorted. Maybe that was a little savvy ice the free throw shooter mechanic going on there by Coach Harris. Kind of doubt it, but he does miss the first one.
And the second one made for Wansa. 8 points for TJ Wansa.
Yeah, if you're the Royals here, you got to score fast. It's going to have to be a
Jacobson,
3, but you need points fast.
Off of Kelly, the pass down the sideline to Miller. Jacobson 3 away from 800 in his career. Royals trailing by 12 in this regional semifinal. Their turnover to King. King to the rim. And King with the bucket on the quick strike. And the Royals take the timeout. And we'll take the timeout with them. We'll be right back. Cavaliers
Meet the Hyundai Ioniq 6,
39.
100% electric with an incredible 360-mile range on a single charge. Right now, get up to $10,000 with no dealer markups at Hyundai San Luis Obispo. The Hyundai Ioniq 6, electrifying your journey exclusively at Hyundai San Luis Obispo.
Welcome back courtside. Our score 53-39 in this Southern California regional semifinal. The road to Golden 1 continues for one of these squads. Currently leading the Cavaliers by 14, correction. And the winner will face either Chatsworth or George Washington Prep, which tips off at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I think for the Cavaliers, I think this Chatsworth matchup is going to be a rematch of some previous games here. We got some of my stat insiders cheering for their son, Brandon Narin, getting into the game here.
Yeah, the last regular season contest was Chatsworth versus Cleveland.
And I think that game, the winner got a share of it with Birmingham.
And that was Cleveland winning in overtime. And Jacobson pulls the trigger. Three-pointer, 800 points for Jacobson.
There you go. It's a good setup by Mott, the skip pass.
The lead cut to 11.
The Cavs break the press here.
Contact underneath. And the shot, no good.
Well,
and bodies hit the floor. The miss by Fuentes. And Brandon Narin on the court, as you said. Want to call his name one more time. His brother watching from Syracuse.
Yeah, going to be giving us some feedback, maybe some announcers theory from the great University of Syracuse. You know, another local media personality from San Luis Obispo, Dave Allis, I also believe is a Syracuse grad and has been on the radio, was on the radio with Mike Wozniak and ESPN 1280 for many years. Now I believe he's based in the greater Orange County area, calling a multitude of games. Dave Allis, always a huge fan of March Madness. It's Luke Jacobson, the lone senior for the Royals, checks out of the game here. It's the last high school basketball game. Get some love from Coach Anspaugh.
And a standing ovation for Luke Jacobson finishing his high school career here at Mission College Prep with a perfect 800. I think that's good enough on a stat test these days.
Dang. I would have been happy with that score on an AC or a SAT, that's for sure.
And the miss by Benedetti, who's had a rough game. And the final seconds ticking off. Everybody calls clear court. And the Cavaliers move on.
Man, you hate to see it if you're a Royals fan, but you always gotta love the opportunity to play basketball in March. Cleveland Cavaliers today definitely earned this W. They had that great third quarter led by Kelly and Finney. And then some great offensive execution down the road to seal this game for the young men. And I believe this is the first time in school history they'll be playing in the state regional final. So good luck to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Our final score, 55-42. As they turn the scoreboard off, they want to go home. 55-42 is our final score. We'll see if Coach Harris has a moment to come up with us as he meets with his squad. I don't know if he's going to want to talk tonight. What do you think?
In my experience, Brian, these are the harder post games of your career. Their teammates' last locker rooms, so there's often some extra emotions involved. It's also tough to say goodbye to the run you've been on. The Royals have experienced some magic the last couple weeks, getting hot and obviously making it to the finals of the Division II Central Section tournament. So we see the Royals get together for their last team prayer here out at midcourt. But you got to give it up to the Cleveland Cavaliers, making it to the regional semifinals.
And for
the regional finals. They're winning the regional semifinal tonight.
The Cavaliers win the regional semifinal to advance to the regional finals in Southern California. They will face the winner. They will face the winner of the Chatsworth George Washington prep game, which tips off at 7 p.m. And that will be held at a neutral site picked by the higher seed. So you stay tuned to your local social media, follow your school, follow your coach, follow a player. I'm sure they will provide that information for you. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Stanley on Sports, Stanley like the cup. And we're going to go ahead and sign off here courtside. Appreciate you being with us all season long. PSNtv in collaboration with the NFL.